know you got me.
Welcome back to Influencer Insider, the space where women go from dreaming to doing. I'm your host, Karina May, and today's guest is here to show us why you should start the year differently. Lalini Ashmeade, known as Castalia Devi, helps high-performing women move out of survival mode and into embodied leadership through quantum healing, nervous system work, and purpose-led brand strategy. Let's get into it. Well, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm loving this holiday special. How are you?
I am. It puts us in the mood, right?
Doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, let's break the ice.
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right. You're entering into a new year.
Yes.
Right? Manifesting, protecting your peace, or minding your business.
Protecting my peace.
Oh, I know that's right, girl.
Protecting my peace.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, is your 2026 glow more about doing more or doing less?
It is about being focused. Being focused. Finding the median between doing more and doing less.
Absolutely. With intention.
With intention.
Yes. Absolutely.
Intention is key.
Yes. Well, your journey includes surviving a lightning strike.
Yes, ma'am.
An experience many would see as an ending, but yours became an awakening. How did that moment change the way you see yourself and your purpose?
Oh my gosh. Well, when I did my research, I think it's like 1 in 3 million. One in whatever is a big number. And when that happened to me, I had to understand what my purpose really was. So I'll tell you the story real quick. Okay. It was in Orlando, typical day. It's thundering and lightning at 3 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's gonna rain, so I didn't think anything of it. I had my kids with me. It was 3:30 in the afternoon. I knew because I had to take them to karate. Okay. So I had like a 30-minute nap. I'm like, give me those minutes, please.
They feel good.
They feel good. So I got up. I shot up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm late. I went to go grab my fridge, and it was, like I said, still raining. About 10 feet away, when I saw the lightning bolt come down by my window, I grabbed the fridge at the same time and I said, oh my. And before I could say that, I felt the surge of that come through my left hand, hit my heart, hit my brain, and then it felt like everything exploded.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I don't know how long I held on for. And I just remember screaming. My kids came around the corner. They're like, Mommy, are you okay?
Thank God.
And at that moment, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, okay, my kids are here. This is going to be my last moment. When I share this story, I find that there are so many people who don't survive. So my purpose, I don't want to cry, but my purpose is so entangled with what I do today. And that is stepping in that line, that lifestyle every single day, meaning that the life that we think that we believe that we're supposed to be living is not true. There are so many layers to life. And when you go through those near-death experiences, if you want to call it that, you find that not only does your life get purpose, but you start to see things differently. You start to see your kids differently, your significant other differently, your job, who you are, your identity, all of that shifts. Your spirituality, what you believe in, all of that's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like waking up again, one day you're something, and then the next day you're something else. And you have to learn how to adapt again. So I'm a massage therapist by trade. And what that did for me was it blew open my nervous system, which is why I do somatic nervous system work. I work a lot with the body. I love the body. Our body is the most intricate thing ever, and everything is made in the likeness of. So when you say how it changed the way I serve people, how I give back to my community. If you can give somebody the light within themselves to wake up and say, oh my God, I can see this for myself, then that's all I can do.
Yeah.
And then you move on with your life.
Yeah.
So my purpose came alive that day.
Yeah, blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I love that you help people. That's a lot of what's rooted in a lot of people's purpose is helping people. At the
Yes.
end of the day, like when you find yourself, when you find your purpose, some way, somehow, you will help another person.
Mm-hmm.
And I love your story. So unique, lightning, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Thank God your kids were there. Thank God you're still here.
Yes.
And you're helping people.
Yes.
That's an amazing story.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get into some questions.
Let's get some questions.
All right. So before work, what survival patterns did you live in?
Survival patterns. Oh my gosh. Okay. What did I not do? Not. That's a shorter list. So, oh my gosh. I was kicked out of my house when I was 15 years old. I had to figure out how to literally maneuver and live life. I stayed with family, and then I was officially gone when I was 17. So I went from having everything in the world to everything gone. I was the complete opposite. My childhood was provided for. My dad's awesome. But traditional values change, and it pulls you away from the love and the connection that you have with your family. Mm-hmm. And I was a product of that. And now I can actually say that in a better light. So I did what every adolescent kid does. I went through all of that. I did the parties, I did the hanging out, I had the boyfriend and chased the boy. I did all of those things. I realized at the age of 30 that I was living at the mindset of a 17-year-old. And it took my sister leaving for me to see that, oh, you've never been on your own. So a lot of us, we move into codependency and not realize where it comes from. And I spent a lot of that time with myself as well. And by spending that time with myself, I found that I don't know myself. And now that I'm fully seeing who I am, I have to change these patterns because it's not the people that are outside. I blamed everybody. I knew the story down to the T, okay? I'd be like, okay, yeah, my punctuation is right. Yes, I have it all right. And that was just me and how I saw life, and I believed that story. That was my story. So you believe the story that you tell yourself, and I knew that I had to rewrite mine.
Yeah, I love that. A lot of us will blame everybody else except for taking a good look in the mirror.
We have to. You have to. Every single person is a mirror.
Yeah.
Every single person. If you're like, oh, I can't believe they did that to me. Well then, what did you do? Find out first. Yeah. How did you react in that situation? Did you come in happy through that door, or did you ugh? And then nobody knows what happened before that door. So that door is that mile marker. And somebody cut you off outside, the person in here doesn't know that.
They don't know.
So if you come in here ugh, well then you just transfer the energy.
Absolutely. It is. All of it is really a transfer of energy. I love that you brought that up. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, when did you realize that intuition could become a business?
When they said 2020, COVID-19, we all home, you got to use your intuition, buddy. Yeah. What do I know?
Yeah.
So I think it's everything. I think that we have to start compartmentalizing and realize that our intuition is the reason, our blueprint. It's our purpose. Mm-hmm. You have that gut feeling that says, okay, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. No, don't do this. Sometimes we have the voice that yells and says, why aren't you at? And you're just there like, yes, everything is fine. Yeah. But you're having these voices that are yelling at you. What that means is we're not listening to what the body is intending. Why is there such a battle right now for our mental health, for our creativity, for our children's creativity? Why is there such a battle for that? Why is there such a focus on that? Yeah. And it's because a free mind, not brain, a free mind is freedom. They see something else. If all life is a construct of my beliefs, then my intuition, what I believe is key. But even that is being hijacked, right? So we have to learn how to use that form of grace. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm this, so you don't have it. what makes you think that if we're all one?
Yeah.
So your intuition is key in everything. In your business, we talk about money, we talk about abundance, we talk about flow. When your body is in flow, in that vibrational space of flow, that natural frequency is going to come in. What everybody talks about now, they're like, oh, there's this wealth frequency. Well, it's always been there. It's called happiness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if I don't know who I am, and I'm following Tom, Dick, and Harry, I'm going to listen to everybody else and avoid what I'm supposed to be doing. Avoid my purpose. We are all here to do something. Mm-hmm. We all want to help people. We all do. We all get hurt at the same time.
That's very true. Very true.
So in that hurt, when we're hurting, I'm going to say this because I feel like this needs to be said. In that hurt, when we are hurting, we tend to hurt other people. And that is where we have to learn how to dial it back and understand emotional discernment in your business or in anything that you do. Because we can't just say, oh, this is just in the line of business, so I'm going to behave like this. No. Intuition is matching, is bringing that together. Simpatico.
Yes. I love that. You were dropping gems. Okay, let's get into the next question.
Next question.
Okay, well, many women feel successful but disconnected. Mm-hmm. When did you realize that embodiment mattered just as much as strategy?
That's the masculine to the feminine. We're finding that so many women, we've been told, okay, you need to get a job, you need to be this, you need to be independent, you need to have this. My mom told me when I was a kid, make sure you have your education. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ugh, I don't need that. But then I guess I do. But then there's this stigma around education that it's like, it's traumatizing in a sense. Because once we get out, we're out, I'm out, I'm free, I made it out.
Jail.
Yeah. I'll talk about another time. So what I started to understand is, with women out there, we feel like there is this, that there is this lack, that we can't be that better form of ourselves. And it's not so much about getting out of jail, it's so much about understanding that life is an ultimate lesson. Every single day is waking up, and you're waking up in a new assimilation of life.
Every day.
Every single day. So acknowledging that I am a woman and that this is my embodiment. Embodiment is understanding the truth. What is the truth? What is the truth of my life right now? Not where my goals are, where I intend to be, but where I am right now. That's true embodiment. Because I'm present. I've been telling myself these things, just an example. I tell myself these things, oh yeah, I see myself as this, I see myself as that. But meanwhile, in this cup is probably like something I'm not supposed to be drinking. Or I'm indulging in certain things that I'm not supposed to be doing. There are other factors out there as to why we're being influenced. And those are the questions that we should be asking. So true embodiment is marrying those two. Understanding how cycles work in life, and that as things go up, they must come down, because it's a cycle. But when we move into that cycle of the yin, feminine, we're diving deep into the emotional space, whether you're going to stay in this cycle or you're going to cycle up, meaning that I acknowledge my trauma in a different way.
Right.
And if I acknowledge it in a different way, I'm going to see it in a different way. So let's say I'm in a meeting and I take that meeting personal the first time, and I'm like, you know what, F you guys, blah, 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 I don't need this, and then I realized that I took that personally. Where did that come from? It was something that was deep bedded within that showed up in a space where I was supposed to be empowered,
right.
Embodied.
Right.
So I do it again, and I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. My light, what I come in with, how I interact with people is going to give me something different. We always have a choice.
True.
Always have a choice. It's whether you see it that way or not.
Yeah. Give yourself permission to do better.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't do that.
Stop playing dumb.
Yeah.
Stop playing dumb. Playing dumb is like, I didn't know. No, you what is that saying, Maya Angelou? When you know better, you do better.
Yep.
Who are you when nobody's looking? So that's true embodiment.
Very true. I love it. This has got to be my favorite one so far. Well, what has helped you trust your voice as a leader?
Oh man, using it. Going through the trials and tribulations of using it. If you don't use your voice, how will you know what's real and what's trial and error? So many of us today are so afraid of using our voice. Like being invited on this show, and I thank you guys so much for having me here, to be able to speak and to give me a space to speak. So that I take it with so much gratitude, because those who need to hear it need to understand that your voice is everything. Your voice is how you communicate to this world. Your voice is the frequency of how it's going to take you to those levels. So when you learn how to officially communicate with those around you, meaning you're having the emotional intelligence, the emotional discernment, you're working on how you take things, right? We talk about the inner child. The inner child is that part of you that will always be there, that is always seeking to be loved, to be wanted, to be held, but it doesn't see life as another part of you would. So you kind of have to baby that part of yourself and not take it personal against anyone. So it's pure bliss when you learn how to reach that level of space, because there's that movie with Jet Li. Oh my God, when he was like the ultimate fighter, whatever it was, he said the biggest thing that you have to learn how is to master yourself. And when you can do that, you change everything. So how you effectively communicate with the world, meaning that you are not just going with trends, meaning that you know who you are, you know what your niches are, and you stay with that, you speak on that. As I'm saying this to myself too. You have to speak up. Yes. We have to speak up.
Yes. Your voice is important.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're expressing your heart. You're expressing everything. You're reaching people where you can't even touch them, but your voice does.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to watch this every day.
Every day.
I don't know if you've heard of Jim Rohn.
Yes.
But a lot of stuff that you say reminds me of what he says. Don't take stuff personally. Like getting to know yourself.
I studied him for like 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Girl, so yeah, we right
here. Yeah. He said, leave the birds alone. The birds, leave them alone. They're gonna fly away.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a gym dropper.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up.
Yes, ma'am.
For women entering this year, ready to release their survival mode, what's one practice that they can begin today that will change their life?
Stop avoiding the stuff that you're hiding. Get honest with yourself. Whatever secrets that you're hiding, they're going to come out. So you have to be truthful about them. And I'm being as blunt as possible. Meaning you have to learn how to ride that resistance, that wave. You don't want to get up to work out. Why are you getting up to work out? Talk yourself into it. I put myself through challenges all the time. As women, we are so sensory connected that we are so influenced by our environment, and it may look on the outside looking in that you may be a little, but we're not. We're just highly connected. So as someone that's highly connected, it's time to fine-tune your connection and get in front of it. Not control, but get in front of it. Understanding your temperance, your temperaments, how you handle things. Get to know your habits, your behaviors. Set a 7-day challenge for yourself before you get into the new year. We're hosting calls with my Reset Circle group on Facebook, and one of the ladies, she gave an awesome challenge. And it was a question, 8 PDFs where you just go through, and 8 pages. And you're asking yourself these questions and you're going through them. It's yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. This is what it has come to for us to find out where our energy is going. So if you want to effectively get in front of 2026, do it now. Don't wait January 1st. You do it now. Time is an illusion. We can get into that later. but you do it now. The things that you have been holding off, what is stopping you from doing it now? Get out of your flavor of pain and get into that space of bliss. What is the sweetness of life that you're bringing in? And the sweetness of life that you're bringing in is understanding that your resistance is what makes that space sweeter. It gets thick, and the thicker it gets, the stronger you get. And the stronger that you get, the more resilient you get. You become more graceful. You become more present. And those are the people that I actually want to be around.
Right.
The ones that know how to mesh between the two.
Yep.
The right and the wrong. Who want to ride with you to the fullest.
Yep.
Not the ones that are like, because they got something to hide. Or we all know that too bad is too bad. You find the median and do it now. Track your habits. Track your behaviors. Where do you want to go? You work from right to left. Know what your vision is and break it down.
I like that. That reminds me of something I told my son this morning.
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, what's one thing that you think you could do today that your future self, Elijah is his name, would thank you for? Mm-hmm. Think about it. Mm-hmm. He sat there and he thought about it, and he opened up a book and started reading now.
He's like, oh, I didn't finish this book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're not, it's not that we're depressed or any of these things, we're just distracted.
Distracted. And when you ask yourself those questions, you become more focused on what you should be doing.
Mm-hmm. Life becomes happier because you're like, oh, I don't even care about that. I don't even care about this. Like, look, I started reading the book Mel Robbins' Let 'Em Theory, and I was just like, there's something to this. You just let people be themselves, and you operate on a level of grace and fulfillment without the expectation of getting something back. You know what I mean? And it will always come back to you. What's his name said it best? The more people that you help, the more that you get out of life. And it is absolutely true. What can I do for you today that will help set you afar? If there's something that I can provide. They're saying it, we're in a space of collaboration with everything that we're doing now. So we have to learn how to use it before it learns how to use us.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Woo. Good inspirations. Where can our audience connect with you and explore your work?
So you guys can find me on Instagram, which is very easy. It's Lalini Mangar. Lalini and man and Gar. Gar. Super easy. All of my stuff is there. I'm in the middle of changing everything because I just stepped into Oxyamol.
Ooh. Yes.
It's more of being present in the space that we're in. How can we utilize the impact that we have, right? So things like this will land on your lap. Opportunities are going to come. 2026 is going to bring so many things that are going to be outside of your field. And you got to be able to say, this feels right.
Yeah.
Don't allow this to block this. This knows first before this. And when this knows first, you're going to get that gut feeling. It's going to feel warm. You're going to feel, oh, this is amazing. And then you're going to make that decision. Before you make that decision, someone's going to come in and say, no, you shouldn't do this because you're not meant for it. And you're going to be like, no, actually, I'm going to turn that off.
Yeah.
We'll go. Those are things for later. But to find out more about like what I do and what I discuss, it's a lot along the lines of daily lifestyle of living in the Hermetic principles, which is completely different.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys can find me there.
Thank you so much for reminding us that true elevation begins in the body.
Yes,
and that this year doesn't require more force, just deeper alignment.
Deeper alignment, yes.
Alignment, purpose, intent.
Yeah.
All that discernment. You've dropped so many gems. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your insight with us. Love you already. Like, I just met
you. Rise up, sister, and let your voices ring. Together we stand. We are powerful things. No limits, no fear.